Hello, my name is Corey Calder, and I work at Tuckahoe Middle School, and I am a graduate student at Averett University enrolled in Curriculum Development and Evaluation. I'm here today to talk to you about 3 different types of curriculum and ways to assess how teachers are teaching their curriculum. The first style of curriculum is planned curriculum, the second is implemented curriculum, and the third is hidden curriculum. The first style of curriculum is planned curriculum. Planned curriculum refers to the documents that shape the content that needs to be covered when teaching. These are the standards of learning that are important and should be taught to all students. Typically, planned curriculum documents are created by the governments, subject matter specialists, and or the Board of Education. In Virginia, we have SOLs, which stand for the standards of learning. Each grade level has specific SOLs for each subject area that build on each other every year. This ensures that previous knowledge was taught before a student comes to your class. As a teacher, it is your job to help continue the knowledge of that specific subject area. As you guessed it, the second style of curriculum is implemented curriculum. The implemented curriculum is the curriculum that is actually being taught by the teachers to the students. This typically takes place in your classroom with the content objectives every day. As we know, it is the teacher's job to translate the planned curriculum, which is the curriculum we just talked about, into daily lessons. Each lesson will have a couple of objectives that cover specific standards of learning given by the state. As Donovan stated in his video, a good teacher will have these on the board and will refer to them time to time throughout the lesson to help the students understand the purpose of the lesson. Typically, departments work as a team to create the implemented curriculum. This way, every student in the school is getting the best planned lesson possible. I recently saw this as an example in a history department meeting. They were planning a scavenger hunt for World War I. They were creating questions that students saw when they scanned a sheet of paper with a QR code. A question would pop up on their cell phone, iPad, or device with a website to look for the answers to the question. When they answered the question, they got a clue. Once they got a clue, they went to the new place, scanned another QR code, saw the website, answered the questions, and continued. This happened for about 5 to 6, 7, 8 different questions. This was an example of implemented curriculum because it was created by a team and it was helpful for the students to become successful in the content area, and hopefully they can master the objectives given by the state. The last, but certainly not least style of curriculum is hidden curriculum. The hidden curriculum is the style of curriculum that is unwritten and unofficial. It is crumpled up and hidden in everyday lessons. This unintended lesson refers to the values and different perspectives that the students will learn every day. Some examples of these types of values are how to treat students with respect and what types of behaviors were acceptable and unacceptable. I recently saw this in a recent classroom observation during a science class. The teacher was talking about chromosomes and Punnett squares. She then talked about how her family had a student with disability, and the disability was a rare disability. She explained that this is one example as to why we need to treat everyone with respect. She educated her students about how their peers cannot control the situations they are born into. What they can control is how they treat others with respect. She related this back to the Punnett squares, and it was an unbelievable lesson. I talked to the students about this lesson during my lunch duty, and they said that they took so much from this lesson that they want to try to apply it to their everyday lives. This style of teaching is unintended, yet important for the students. Now that you're sick of me talking during this video, I'm going to turn it over to a Powtoon to explain to you the difference of formative and summative assessments that will help teachers evaluate how their teaching is going towards all the types of curriculum that we just covered. Please excuse the grammatical errors in the Powtoons because it was created by a formal student. Thank you.
Created using Powtoon.
I'm here to talk to you about the difference of formative and summative assessments. Formative assessments happen day to day in your classroom. I'm a PE teacher. As a PE teacher, I'll walk around and talk to the students about how they're doing with their skill development for a particular unit. One example is archery. During archery, students are assessed based on the 11 skills of archery success. A formative assessment that I might do is walking around and talking to the students about how they're anchoring the arrow, how they're pulling the drawstring back. I'll talk to them and I'll assess them and I'll give them feedback day to day. I might have a peer assessment. I might videotape the lesson and then go over the feedback with them. A summative assessment happens at the end of the unit. It will be a skills assessment, which would be a psychomotor assessment. During this unit, I wouldn't say anything. I would just let them shoot archery arrows. I'd let them do whatever they need to do. And once they were done, I would grade them and give them feedback. The difference between formative and summative assessment is formative, I'm giving them feedback right away, instant feedback. Summative assessment, I'm giving them feedback after they completed the lesson. Thank you very much.